Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 10 seed in this playoff, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16 and would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Set it down for the offense. First down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Oh, and it's dropped right off his hands. A chance for a big play, but a little early nerves on the part of that receiver.
Chris, a big part of the reason they're playing in this national championship is they're an aggressive offense. They didn't hit this one, but I love the idea, and I think it sends a clear message that this defense better be ready to defend the long ball.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Fires it to the wideout. There's a wide-open receiver, complete. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. And the Rebels lining up here on 1st and 10.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get the third down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision.
He's looking deep here. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Bringing it out, it's Davis. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And here's the handoff. It'll be Smother right at the line for no gain. And the Seminoles will come to the line to run the hurry up. Takes the toss, testing the right side here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Well, the defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. The ball is loose. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
Well, anytime the quarterback takes off and improvises, there's always the risk that the ball goes on the ground. He does a nice job of going off script, trying to create to make something, anything happen, but he doesn't take care of the ball, and the defense does a nice job of swatting the ball away.
The game makes it second and medium. Press coverage now from the secondary. Handoff running right. Tackle made after just a short gain. So the offense faces third and short from the +26. Might be four-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. And the quarterback keeps it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, I love this option call, but the quarterback, I think he's just trying to make a play that wasn't there. Sometimes on this option play, you just got to eat it. It's just not there. The execution's not there. The defense plays it well. You got to tip your cap. Here, he tries to make a play that's not there, and the result is a loss of yardage.
Back in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And they pick up the first down to the 23, getting closer to the red zone.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
First down.
And the Rebels pick up enough to get a first down there. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Ball back at the 6 for second and goal off that loss. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
Point after, up and good.
Florida State, 0.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Florida State offense heads back onto the field. That fumble in the last possession set up a touchdown. Can they bounce back from that costly error here? And the runner brought down after just a short gain. The Noles hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. They'll ride the back again here. Tackle made, but it moves the ball to the 25 as they try to get this drive going.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warrick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. Powering through the defender. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the first down. The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. And he's got it again. In the clear at the 25. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. Game-breaking speed for the running back to reach the end zone. That is just priceless for an offense.
Chris, that back was able to find that crease in the defense. Let's give credit to the big fellas up front for creating that crease. They all played a key role in that score.
The extra point, they're down 14-7 now. Now they get set to kick it away. And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16.
And the Ole Miss offense will take over.
Eagles offense back out on the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. The pass rush closing in. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. It's caught downfield. That'll pick up first down yardage very near the 40.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route with him. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Gets into space at the 50. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a second down and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He's going for a big play downfield. Touchdown, Rebels. Still no answer for this offense. Here comes the point after attempt. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fielded in the end zone. It's Davis. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. And the Noles come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. The defense with more pre-snap movement. And the same runner's got it again. The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's third down and 7. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. It's an out route. The catch made. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ole Miss 21, Florida State 7.
We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Going for a big play downfield. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Chris, I think I can hear him calling out blocks after that pick. Or was it the defensive coordinator next door up here in the booth? Either way, they were looking to score after coming up with that interception. The offense, if they did any...
Oh, and he fumbles. It's a turnover.
Man, Chris, we can hear the contact from that hit all the way up here in the booth. So, hey, it's easy to blame the ball carrier, but I don't know if anybody could have been able to hold on to the ball after that hit.
And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Handoff heading left. It's Good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7. Offense in hurry-up mode. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Looking for a deep completion. Catch is made way down inside the 30. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
My gosh, this receiver is outstanding. A huge play for this Florida State offense. And tell you, you and I have been coming into Tallahassee a long time. We've seen some great receivers. Guys like Johnny Wilson, most recently, a big, tall target. Anquan Bolden could do everything. Maybe one of my favorite players of all time, Peter Warrick. And going back to Fred Biletnikoff, played, of course, at Florida State.
Off the RPO, caught to the right.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
He'll be brought down just a few inches short of that first down marker. So they'll pass up the chip shot field goal attempt and go for it on 4th down. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. And the Seminoles will come to the line to crank up the tempo as a design quarterback keeper. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. It's a run to the left. And that run produces a decent gain. And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play. Touchdown or field goal. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down.
Well, it's a great job here by this offensive line and running back to be able to pick up the 1st down. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole here in this first half. The only way they can get back into this game is converting on 3rd down. It's exactly what they were able to do, get a new set of downs and a chance to put points on the board.
Second down and goal upcoming. Send the back in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. So 2 chances to score a touchdown in the red zone already. They came up short. Now it's 3rd and goal. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense, and that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
Florida State, 14.
Try to make a play from deep in his end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive.
This offense will take over.
And the powerful Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. They moved it well last time. Got across the 50, but then fumbled the football away. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line. The Rebels hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. He's got some room and some blockers here. Touchdown, Seminoles. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. A defensive touchdown, and suddenly this national championship game is dead even, Kirk.
Wow, great job by this defense of coming up with a turnover and then also being able to turn that into a touchdown. Now, all of a sudden, the momentum feels like it is shifted, and we have a national championship on the line here.
Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone.
This offense will take over.
And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Handoff here from the shotgun. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
That's the 2-minute warning now here in the first half. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. He's looking to scramble. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Good awareness here by this defense, keeping their eyes on the quarterback, knowing that he's a potential threat. That time, before he could get out, they keep him to a short gain.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a first down. And the Rebels come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. And the offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. 2nd down after that previous play. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Using his legs here. The senior calls his own number, picks up the first down.
Defense does a great job of taking everything away downfield. This quarterback wanted to take a shot, but nothing is there. The only problem is they didn't account for him taking off and running, so he picks up the first down.
Looking to throw it deep. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Going the other way, can they stop him? Not just the pick, but a big return sets up the offense in good position.
Wow, what a play by this defense to come up with the interception and a big return. They almost take it to the house, but you got to give the quarterback some credit. Yeah, he threw a pick, but he didn't give up on the play and hang his head. Instead, he makes the tackle to prevent the defense from scoring.
He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
And everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers. And don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Backed up to the 5-yard line now for 2nd and goal. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Would be a big disappointment to get this starting field position to have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and 10. Toss play. Back heads to his right.
Well, great stop here by this defense to bring us to 4th down and decision time for the head coach. You go the easy route with a field goal, or this close to the goal line, you take a chance, try to get that touchdown.
Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. They could take the lead with the chip shot, but the coach is thinking touchdown here on 4th down. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
But we've watched this guy all year, and we know that he is a threat when they get down inside that 5-yard line. It's 4th down and goal. The defense just did not anticipate that this guy's legs could hurt him, and they did for a touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the extra point makes it a 7-point lead, 28-21. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break.
21.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. Just time enough for 1 more play in the half. He'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. He'll take a deep shot. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Look out, he's got some space. Football comes out. And he'll be brought down as time runs out here in the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Rebels will kick this away to begin the second half.
Number 15, set to kick this one.
Turn begins inside the 25-yard line. Tackle is made at the 35. Good job by the kick return at that time. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Picks up the first, looking for more. Tackle made after a big gain. The Noles looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Well, the big fella's Kurt flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain in the first down.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. That ball snagged for a completion. Oh, what a move. Goes right through the tackle. He's got room to run now. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal. The defense better regroup after that big gainer. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Stop for no gain defense. Very stubborn here down near the goal line. 2nd and goal for the offense. And off inside, looking for the touchdown. Touchdown, Noles. This offense really clicking. So the offense flexing here, Kirk, and stretching their lead here in the second half.
Now that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
Ole Miss, 21.
And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 7-yard line. That's good coverage, but a bad decision to bring it out. And the Rebels offense is back out on the field. And the back now goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. From the shotgun, handoff inside. They get him down. The gain is to about the 12.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
He's moving out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go. Catch is made down the middle. Moves the ball out across the 30, and it's good for a first down. The Rebels come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. First down, looking to throw the football. Defense is coming after him. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. An inside give now from the shotgun. And the Rebels pick up enough for a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Here comes a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He's going to take off here. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack.
Oof, the risk of throwing on 3rd and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on 4th down, but what will be the play call?
They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
It makes sense going for it here. You're kind of in that no man's land, depending on how much faith you have in your kicker. And if you don't get it, your opponent still has a ways to go. Now you pick it up, and you can go get a touchdown.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get in.
Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. Going the other way, can they catch him? At the 20. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Oh, my gosh, he completely baits the quarterback here. Quarterback thinks he can dump it off to the running back. The defense anticipates it, steps in front of it, and goes to the house for a touchdown.
They convert the PAT, so the lead is now 21. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Florida State 42, Ole Miss 21.
Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here.
The Ole Miss offense will take over.
And the Rebels offense is back out on the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6. And they recover from that right now. He hands it off from the gun. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Just love watching his back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Brought down at the 28, and that's good enough for a first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job.
And they heave it deep downfield. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight. And he's got some open field ahead. Out past the 30. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Can he take it all the way? Out past the 30. Crosses the 10. Gonna take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Here's the point after attempt. And it's good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Turner trying to create good field position. Turner tackled right there. That's where they start the drive. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick 6, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
New center downs for the offense. 1st and 10. Makes a quick catch. Not easy to bring down. The cornerback finally gets the job done.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touch.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. The shotgun running play call. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. The completion gains about 6 yards, but now it's a 4th down call.
With the score, Florida State 42, Ole Miss 28.
The Seminoles will come to the line on 4th down, hoping to keep this drive going. Here we go, 4th down. They'll try to run for it. He did not make the 1st down yardage. It's a big stop for this defense as they try to cut into this lead. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Another positive gain by this back. I'm telling you, between the offensive line sustaining blocks and this back's vision and ability to explode into that 2nd level of this defense, this guy is having a monster day in the biggest stage of all in the national championship.
He's escaping the pocket now. Finding space at the 20. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down. And the Rebels are in the red zone. It's a shotgun run call. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. 1st down.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
And the freshman brings him down quickly. It's a second and goal play for the offense. Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
And I really thought on second and goal, you might see the offensive coordinator elect to throw the ball, but instead, try to catch the defense napping by running, and does it backfire?
Break the huddle on 3rd and goal. Field goal doesn't do much good here. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Empty backfield now, and they go for 2. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he is stopped short. The 2-point try fails. He can't cut this lead further. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
Ole Miss, 34.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on 4th down in their end and got stopped. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
Well, this is where the offensive line can really assert their will and put on the finishing touches to this game. The defense, you can see them. They're breaking little by little right now. You make sure they break completely.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. They'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. He's found some room at the 45. And that gained enough for a fresh set of downs, spotted at the 48.
And that's going to be a 1st down. And really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the 4th quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a 1st down on the ground.
It's a solid run, gives the offense a 1st down and a new set of downs. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3. And the Noles will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Take it down, but not before he makes the 1st down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And the Seminoles pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Oh, it's snapped to the back. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
Rolling the dice a bit. Up one possession and going for it on fourth down. Dropping back. It's Silva. He's moving out of the pocket now. On the run here, lets it go. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Now, he didn't make it. He's going to be tackled short of the marker. A huge stop by this defense. On fourth down, they get the football back here in this tight game. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. Defense not pressing this time. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. And looking to throw now on first down. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense.
Oh, man, Chris, I really thought this offense had a chance to get back into this game. The only thing you'd hate to see is the interception. But give credit to the defense. They come up with a big play that potentially ices the game.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6. So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. The Noles come to the line to run the hurry up. Receiver in motion now. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And he cannot hold on to the ball. That's going to bring up fourth down.
How about the call here? They go with the screen on third down and short. You don't see that called very often. They're not able to even complete the pass, so no chance at a conversion. So we got fourth and short.
The field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there.
And the Ole Miss offense will take over.
And the Rebels offense back out on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Going to try to use his legs here. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Game moves the ball to the 37. Another first down. Offense looking to throw the ball. He's running out of time here. And now trapped behind the line. It'll be a short loss.
Well, the quarterback makes a mistake here. That's football 101. Once you get outside of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation and not take the sack, especially in the fourth quarter.
Escapes the pocket. Avoiding the sack, but the scramble results in just a very short gain. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on third down. He pulls in the catch. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be fourth down and inches to go.
You know, it's a nice completion, but it's kind of another short game. The defense is keeping everything in front. I think the offensive coordinator's got to find a way to take some vertical shots to get some chunk plays.
Fourth down. He's throwing for it. And they've got him a sack to end the drive. What a play by this defense. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to make a big play downfield. And it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Florida State. This offense is still clicking.
Coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
Extra point up and good. They build the lead to 18 here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. The ball falls to the ground, and we have a national champion. Well, really entertaining one. It was fun one to call. They get the W, Kirk, in a shootout.
Not much to criticize for either of these teams on the offensive side, but where they put on a great show. But for the two defenses, especially the losing squad, you can't imagine their coach is too happy with their performance.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are official, your kings of college football and national champions, the Florida State Seminoles.